Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my channel. This is Tanush. So it's very cold here out in Pune. Pune is known to be very cold. Early morning, very cold, right? So today we'll be discussing about the 11th Lord in the 12th house. So what does it signify? Because many people have misconception, and to some extent it may be true. But the 11th house and the 11th Lord, what do they represent? They represent gains from your profession. They represent monetary gains, the amount of money you will be earning in your life. 11th house also represents your elder siblings, your growth in your organization, your network circle, your hopes and wishes, fulfillment of hopes and wishes. So many good things are represented by 11th house, right? Now what is 12th house? 12th house, I mean, a general tendency I've seen among people, 12th house is the house of losses. So if something goes there, it's like, you're doomed. So is that true? No, that's not true. So 12th house represents foreign lands. It represents isolation, being in silos. It represents, staying away, traveling. It represents spirituality. It also represents, monasteries, jail, asylum. I mean, many things, right? So that is what the 12th house represents. Now, what happens when the 11th house Lord sits in the 12th house? Now, Lord depends upon what is the dignity of your 11th Lord in the 12th house? Is it sitting in a friendly sign? Is it sitting in an enemy sign? Is it quite comfortable there? Is it exalted? Is it debilitated? Right? So we need to consider all these things. And you also need to look where the 12th house Lord, meaning the dispositor, where it is sitting. So that also determines many of things. So we need to consider all those things while we give predictions, right? Now, a general thing, when 11th house Lord sits in the 12th house, 11th house represents your elder sibling. So one interpretation is that your elder sibling, if you have, will settle in foreign land. So it's quite common, and you can actually see, if you have the placement. So either they'll be in the foreign land or they'll be staying away from you. And one way of looking at it is you may have very good relationship with them. The dignity of that particular planet may be very good, but whenever you need that person, the person will be away from you. They'll be giving you all the support, emotional, what all support, but they'll be staying away from you, right? So that is one placement. Now, second prediction is, because 11th house represents fulfillment of your hopes, your desires, your growth, everything. So that happens in the 12th house, meaning the foreign land. So if at all any one of you have this placement, and if you have a chance to travel to foreign lands and work there, you should seriously consider taking that option. Because what happens is, your growth, your fulfillment of your desires, whatever you desire in your life, which can be anything, will happen only in the 12th house, meaning foreign lands. Otherwise, if you stay in your homeland, expenditure may be more. Losses also are indicated, in some cases. If the dignity of your 11th Lord is too bad, you might incur losses, but that's not the case always. So another scenario may be, that you are born in a particular state within your country. You travel to another state which is far away from your place of birth, right? So that is also quite possible, right? Now, if you are working and you are in your homeland, consider working for an MNC, any company which has roots in the foreign land. So that there you can see your growth. So if you're not able to travel to foreign lands, you should opt for a company which has roots in the foreign land or some sort of connection. Again, your savings. So 11th house also represents monetary gains, from profession. So your savings, whenever you invest, it should have some sort of foreign link. Meaning, if you want to invest in shares, surely do, but make sure that that particular company has some foreign connection, or it is an MNC. So that is where you will actually have good gains, right? Now, this sort of people, when they work in big organizations, you know, it is better for them. I mean, this is a general thing which I'm telling. A lot depends upon your 10th house placement, and you also need to look at the placement of your 6th house and many other things. But one very strong prediction is that, you know, this kind of people, they generally opt to work in silos, meaning, you know, they don't take up a role wherein they are involved in team, and, you know, teamwork is mandatory, or they may not lead the team. They would like to work individually. So a kind of individual contributor would be a very good option for this kind of people, right? Or if you're working for an MNC, then, you know, you can as well become a manager and, you know, lead teams and everything. That's also quite possible. Now, if at all you are incurring losses due to this placement, you know, your monetary position is bad, you may not be able to save money, or saving money is challenging for you, then what you can do is donate some amount of money towards charity to spiritual organizations. So this is very, very important, you know, because 12th house also represents spirituality, right? So donate some amount of money, which can be anything, right, to spiritual organizations who genuinely follow the spiritual path and who are engaged in, you know, very good activities. Do that. Also, you know, you can contribute some amount of money towards travel. I mean, you can travel to spiritual places, you know, different spiritual places. If you're fond of that, then, you know, surely travel to spiritual places, and you can, you know, contribute some amount of money towards that, or you can keep some amount of money for traveling. So that would help you a lot. That would help you to solve most of the problem, right? So if you have 11th house in the 12th, 11th lord in the 12th house, it's not that your life is doomed, or it's not that you'll always incur losses, right? So consider the points which I have suggested. Surely, you know, you will be able to save good amount of money, decent amount of money. Your growth will also be very good, right? Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back.